5-4 the final. Nick Green, Trevor Scales back here with you in Atlanta to recap it all, and fantastic effort to come back and once again rely on the magic of one Orlando, Arcia, of course, but really just, again, team at-bats to get you across the line.
Yeah, when you look at this team and you look how powerful they are as an offense, you expect them to put up big numbers hits-wise, big numbers runs-wise, extra base hits. Well, today it was more of let's piece it together until we can get some runs. The bullpen did a great job as well. They did enough as a team to get this win, to hold it down until they could get that run across in the 10th. Just a great job all the way around.
Feels like those collective efforts are going to be essential if they want to continue their winning ways. Speaking of said winning ways, the man responsible for this afternoon's dub, I should say, was with Wiley Ballard and Franco.
Thanks so much, guys. Brace ball off the sweep, joined by Orlando Arcia. Orlando, tell me about that at-bat there in the 10th inning. What did Marcelo Ozuna tell you?
Cuéntanos sobre ese turno de bateo ahí en esa entrada y qué fue lo que te contó Ozuna.
Ozuna me estaba diciendo, vamos, busca tu hit. No traté de hacer mucho y gracias a Dios salió el hit.
Ozuna was just encouraging me, saying, let's go, look for your hit, look for the hit. And, fortunately I didn't try to do too much and it worked out.
5 RBI in this series for you, a couple big ones as well. How confident do you feel at the plate right now?
Sí, 5 carreras impulsadas, varios hits. Cuéntanos el nivel de confianza que tiene cuando estás bateando.
Sí, mira, de verdad que me siento bastante bien, de verdad que vengo todos los días a trabajar para mejorar cada día y las cosas están saliendo bien, agradecido con Dios por eso.
Yeah, the truth is I'm feeling pretty good, just coming in every day to get the work done, and I just feel thankful to God that that's been the case.
So a 5-1 road trip, how much fun is this flight going to be home?
¿Cuánto vamos a gozar este vuelo para casa después de ganar 5 juegos en este viaje?
Mucho, de verdad que sí.
Honestly, yeah, we're going to enjoy it a lot.
Orlando, thanks for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, man.
Well, he got a poppy at the end of
Yeah,
that.
he did.
Man. Forward key to the game is how all of that unfurled. That 10th frame was excitement from beginning to end.
Yeah, it was about getting to that 10th inning, first of all. They scored 2 in the 8th to tie it up. They were able to hold it down, get into that 10th. You had the right part of the order up, too. Michael starts on second base. They end up striking out Riley. Olsen, intentional walk. Marcel, a fly ball to right field, ends up moving Michael to third base, putting the pressure on the Astros defense. Base hit, is going to score in this situation. Orlando needed to be aggressive. Seth Martinez crossfired. That fastball away was really tough. Those righties, that sweeper away was tough. He gets fastball in. It doesn't take it. Swings the bat like he always does. Another base hit for him. Had a couple of those. His second RBI of the day. That put the Braves up 5-4. Raisel Iglesias, who threw on Sunday, warmed up on Monday, pitched on Tuesday, pitches again today. It does a great job in the 10th inning. 12 pitches for him. He gets the big double play to end things in the bottom of the 10th. Just a great job all the way around. This offense, like I said, pieced things together until they could get the right runs across. The bullpen, phenomenal. Love to see those guys do that. Just a great road trip in general and a great series in Houston.
Dude, to go back to the top of that frame, knowing you had that part of the lineup, it felt right. Those guys were able to take advantage of the situation and really capitalize on the winning effort. Now, as we move on to Georgia Lottery hitting the jackpot, one Ronald Acuna Jr. back in the building from a home run standpoint. It was good to see the big fella back.
Yeah, there were a lot of people wondering if he would ever hit a home run again. Well, we know he was going to do that for sure. He led things off with a base hit, so that was his first hit of the day. Hit 110 in the 3rd inning as well, and then ends up going to center field. Love this too. First pitch, breaking ball out over, stays to the big part of the field. That's when Ronnie's at his best, but he's got to be able to elevate that ball. He does that first home run in his game 17. A little bit of a shocker. The home runs will come in bunches for him. But again, for all those people who thought he was not going to homer, he hit his first homer today.
Let him know, Nick. That's Green. Right. And on a good day for J.P. France, he finds a way to lift that ball up and out of the ballpark. Good for 1-3. Now, Max Fried got the start today. He was obviously the game winner in that World Series back in 2021. Had his struggles today. There's no way around it, but the defense and other folks were there to lift him up throughout it.
Innings 1 through 4, I thought he did a good job of just making pitches. He battled command the entire day. Through 4 innings, 44 pitches, 22 strikes, not like Max typically, but he was able to kind of make the pitches when he had to. The stuff was good at times, but he was just missing to both sides of the plate. So you couldn't necessarily pinpoint where he was missing, why he was missing. It was both sides of the plate and up in the zone. The curveball was inconsistent. But I thought that, he was able to use the sinker in a way to get soft contact. Now he did get soft contact in that 5th inning. Right. It ends up hurting him a bit. There's one ball hit hard, but that was it. Max Fried, 5 innings, 3 earned. The way the command was, I felt like it was a good day for him. But overall, he's going to be frustrated with that. Ends up with 4 walks, way too many. We talked about Charlie Morton with the 5 walks, a couple of starts back. That's way too many. Max was able to get off the hook because of the stuff in general, a couple double play ground balls as well. So just a great job staying in this ball game for Max.
For Orlando, he's had so many big hits for you guys this year. Is that a case for just the more success he has in those spots, the more confident he is?
Yeah, he's got a slow heartbeat. I mean, I like seeing him in big situations. Even last year, he had a lot of big hits, and because he doesn't get caught up in all the excitement and whatever. He stays calm and slows the game down and allows himself a chance.
Well, I'm talking about your offense, but all these comebacks are a product of what your bullpen has done.
Exactly right. If they don't hold leads and keep us close when we get behind, you don't have an opportunity to do that. That's the most valuable thing they can do, is just kind of keep a game in check and give us a chance, and they're really good at it.
Chavi gives up that home run, and then he settles right in and gets the next 3, and then the other guys were all nails.
Just really good. Yeah, no, that was, I thought Max did a great job of limited damage in his last inning. He kind of had a lot of traffic and kept the game manageable, which is really, really good. That's what I told him. I mean, he wasn't hitting on all cylinders and everything, but, man, he never caved in and gave us a chance.
How important is it to get these looks at your team against, one of the best teams in baseball, best, offense and defense?
Oh, yes. It's a really good club. They're going to get healthy at some point in time. So, this is a good road trip.
Maybe you like some of Ronald's at-bats kind of leading up. You saw this.
You know what? I said even last night he was kind of mishitting some balls and getting hits. And I was kind of almost like when guys start doing that, then they're just, they're ready to get going and get on a run. So, he's getting his hits and stealing bags, and I'm sure it was good for him to get that first home run out of the way.
How about the trip that Marcel had?
Sorry?
How about the trip that Marcel had?
Yeah, no, he was, and he's had the whole season or longer than that, really. It's been a long time, yeah. So, it's been big.
When you come into today, did you want to avoid Iglesias except for that situation like that?
That situation, there's a few of them we tried to stay away from, and didn't really want to use Minter. So I was glad if we were going to do it that it was just to put an inning down and not have a whole inning. We might have a few of them down even Friday.
Nice to have Fletcher there to be able to.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, I mean, him and Louis. I mean, their play around second base is really good. They're probably 2 of the best at turning a double play. It's nice that you have somebody like that you can plug in anywhere in the infield. As we saw in spring training, he played all over. He's really solid.
That may help just a little bit, but it's also something you can't hang your hat on. This team, it's a much-needed off day coming tomorrow. Maybe they can clear their heads going on the road. Got through the toughest part of the schedule, but they simply have not played well. The Atlanta Braves outplayed them in this series.
It is unheard of to imagine that the Astros have been this bad in extra innings. Last year 1-8, now 0-2 this season. That's losing 9 of your last 10 extra inning games. It went to the 10th inning again here today. This is how it would play out, is the Atlanta Braves just flat executed in the extra innings. 2-out base hit. That is tough to beat right there. That's hard to do.
Got a first pitch fastball middle in. Didn't hit it great, but just hit it right where he needed to in that 5-6 hole. That's to drive in Harris Jr. And then with a guy on second, Iglesias kind of pitches around pitches around Tucker, and then Diaz does exactly what he needs to. Center cut fastball to Pena, and unfortunately, he's been swinging the bat very well. He rolls over on this one. 6-4-3. Braves win.
Yeah, it's a tough way for that 10-game hitting streak to come to an end. It's a tough way for this one to come to an end for the Astros. And when you got into the late innings today, I thought for the first time, really the first time this season, this is going to play out the way Astro fans had expected it to. I'm talking about everybody falling into their slots, having a lead late, being able to send Abreu out to pitch the 7th inning, then Presley to pitch the 8th, to set up for Hader to pitch the 9th inning and close it out. Well, it's set up that way as the Astros had that 4-2 lead, went to the 8th inning. Ryan Presley came in, and he just struggled to get through that 8th inning.
Yeah, just didn't make the quality pitches when he needed to. Here's a breaking ball down the middle, and that's what starts off the inning. That was a 2-strike pitch. Here's a ball, just center cut fastball, drives it over Dubon's head, and it's just about the quality of the inning or the quality of the pitch. Abreu, this ball eats him up, ends up being an error, gains another 90 feet. That's where the error was. And this is a ball that needs to be played. Yes, it's not. It was hit pretty well, but you're a big league first baseman. That ball's got to be caught. That out has to be made.
Yeah, more importantly than anything, you got the runner to third base
That's
with
the
less
extra
than
90
2
feet.
outs, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about. So then the sacrifice fly ties the game at 4. Braves win it in extra innings, and if it weren't for no luck, it'd be bad luck. It would be no luck at all right now. And I understand you make your own luck, you make your breaks, but the Astros just aren't making any of those now. I will say maybe the biggest break they can get right now is the fact that the schedule is turning a little bit, and there will be a guy wearing number 35 that'll be on the mound the next time they take the field in Washington, D.C. I mean, this has been a brutal start to the schedule. I get it. The Astros they have been an elite team over the years, and they have been the team that people don't want to play. But right now they have played some tough games to start this schedule, and right now it's been a struggle, and the record shows.
Yeah, we feel like this is still an elite team, but right now they just got to right the ship. They got to keep getting the work in. You heard TK talking about how the frustration grows. That's absolutely true. It doesn't matter how much success you've had. When you struggled, there's frustrations, there's anxiety. Hopefully tomorrow you get to calm those down a little bit. Come back on Friday, JV on the mound, and maybe that is what they need to kind of turn this around.
In this 3-game series, the Braves scored 11 runs.
Singleton and Abreu, or was it Jimenez specifically?
Yeah, Jimenez and, Johnson for them is tough on righties. There's some matchups that I like Singleton, and I like the Caratinis when I fire him in there against some of those righties.
Do you agree with the official scoring there? That was an 8-3?
That's a tough play. That's the scorekeeper's job. I don't get into any of that. But that thought spin it's a tough play. But we've seen Abreu make that play before. So.
You scored 25 runs against Texas in 3 games. How frustrating is it to see the regression in this series?
For me, I want to see more consistency in how we play. Overall, that's what we're looking for. We play good baseball, we'll have a chance to win series moving on forward.
I know it's early, but how disappointing is it for you and this team, considering everything that it's done, to get off to such a slow start?
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's just not what we expected. Come out of the chute playing this type of baseball. But you know what? This is where we at, and we gotta pick it up and play better. That's just the bottom line. So we have an off day tomorrow. We'll rest, and we'll be ready to go in Washington.
Are there things you're seeing, maybe not in game or in game with Abreu, that gives you confidence that he can pull out of this offensively?
History, the back of his baseball card. He can do it.
How would you assess just where you stand after the first 20 games of your team?
It's been a little bit of a roller coaster how we play overall. One day we get good starting pitching, some days we don't. The middle relief has been better, sometimes haven't been. So we just got to kind of put it all together and play more as a team. And once we start doing that, we'll be in good shape.
Do you feel like the guys are more frustrated than you just saw? Pena slammed his helmet, which is kind of uncharacteristic of his personality.
Yeah, they want to win, and when we have games that we are a few outs away from winning, it doesn't feel good. None of those guys in there want to lose. We've done a lot of winning here for years past, but we got to go back to doing the things that we've done here in years past if we want to start winning series.
Is it tougher to get things together when it isn't just one thing that's costing games? It seems like every game there's something different.
You know what? I think that's where accountability kind of comes into play. We all got to do our part and do our job. And once we start doing that, everything will falls in line and we start playing as a team.
When you look at these ABs with the runners on third, less than 2 outs, Diaz in the 5th, and they're in the 10th inning, are these guys just pressing too much in these situations?
I don't call it pressing. We just got to do a better job of, putting bare on the ball and trying to use the middle of the field, kind of going back to fundamentals. And we're not being really good at those things right now.
Is there a danger of players starting to look around the clubhouse and finger pointing at other guys who are not delivering?
No, not in our clubhouse.
Antes del juego, o sea, había a Ray Kessinger tomando algunos rodados en primera base y demás. El equipo ahora mismo tiene la producción más baja de la liga, específicamente en la posición de primera base. O sea, algún plan futuro de utilizar a alguien internamente en primera base, también si les está yo los partidos o planean mantener a los dos chicos que han mantenido la posición.
Kessinger coge rolling en primera base, en tercera, en segunda, todos los días, es parte de su preparación. Y ahora mismo mis planes son seguir dando la oportunidad a Abreu y a Singleton en primera base. Okay.
There is a speed bump on the front.